In a prison, a scrawny man is attacked while feeding his pet cats, but he is saved by a guard. While on their way to the prison, Pete and his brother Terry discuss his stale love life. They meet another officer who explains. Their witness Leedy is a computer genius who helped hide cartel money from the DEA and now must testify. On the flight, Leedy worries about his cats. Frustrated, Pete exchanges seats with another man while the flight fills up with other travelers. En route, the pilots get a message warning about a possible takeover, and Pete is called in discreetly to speak with the captain. Just then some passengers gear up and detain the plane. Assuming he's an agent, they eliminate the man on Pete's seat and fire at Terry, taking Leanly hostage and biting off his finger. Terry retaliates, firing at one man, but is almost ended just as Pete comes to his rescue. The bad guys blow open the plane, putting everyone's life in danger. Sadly, some innocents are blown out, and a little girl accidentally removes a bad guy's mask. Before they make their escape out the plane, Terry risks his life to save her, and gets caught up in the doorway. Pete tries to rescue him, but can't hold on to him, and he is lost. After their traumatic experience, mourning his loss, Pete recounts the harrowing ordeal while investigating the flight itinerary. They get a virus and can't identify the rebels. Pete concludes that this was a purposeful kidnapping, but the evidence and witnesses present another theory, which implies Terry carelessly opened fire at a hijacker, putting the plane in danger. More evidence presents itself when they find explosives in a janitor's closet at the airport. The same assumptions are made on the news, to the delight of the radicals, who were Ty and his team, and with his finger found in the scene. Leanly is believed departed. Now, he must do everything they want. Pete is doing his own investigation when his boss comes to take his badge. Pending an internal review, he tries again in vain to explain his theory, but gets pushed back, as no one could jump out a 747 plane at that altitude. He visits a military base of jumpers, who have attempted that jump, but it would be impossible to get 5 heavy metal rigs through airport security. They give the names of 2 skilled divers that could interest him. The first is Jessie, who runs a skydiving school. In her office, he finds a picture with a familiar face, and takes it along with him. He knows she's not a direct suspect, as she was with her parole officer at the time, but he suspects she may know more than he thinks. She refuses to answer unless he pays for a lesson. While in the air, she explains and reiterates what the military told him, and that only a very skilled jumper would be crazy enough to do that. Not getting the appeal to the sport, he makes fun of it, causing her to send him on his way, all in good fun for her to go on after him and save him eventually. He shows his appreciation, 90s style. Traumatized, he refuses their apologies, and wants to know where to find the second person, Jagger, and they inform him of a diving show he's sure to be at in a couple of days. They explain that Jessie and Jagger broke up when she got busted for unknowingly helping him move narcotics. At that time, Ty's group practice a jump with Neely. It's obvious they're practicing for something big, but their student is a nervous rookie, and they have to keep repeating to get everything just right. Then Ty goes over building plans. Pete visits the girl his brother saved, who is monitored by cops. She doesn't remember much, but seeing pictures jogs a memory of a man with a scar. Confirming it's Jagger, one cop secretly calls Ty. With these developments, causing him to take immediate action. On another of their practice jumps, Ty targets Jagger and leads him to electrical towers, eliminating him as he's now a threat with no remorse. Meanwhile, Pete goes to a diving bar and is accosted for a seat, leading to an unnecessary fight with punch and kicks. Before Jessie stops them, she helps him keep his cover. Just then, everyone raises a toast, which is done for a fallen diver. Turns out, it's Jagger, found with a bag of narcotics. She doesn't believe it, and if he wants her help, then she wants him to pay for a diving exhibition. Then she cries. The next day, Ty and team get another job, breaking into police headquarters discreetly from above. They go straight to the evidence locker, and they get all the narcs they can find. Nearly breaks in their computers. as another plants evidence in the janitor's closet. When they finish, they erase all evidence of their presence and fly away, picked up by a waiting truck. A flawless getaway. The news reinforces their ruse. In putting the nail in the coffin, they frame D agents whom no one knows are already deceased. The cops also gives them a picture of Pete. Pete pays to get them into the exhibition, and they have to gather a team. They settle for the rookie Selkirk, their friend Bobby, and Pete. Last guy they recruit is Swoop. He accepts their offer by faking a fall off the building, before parachuting out, showing off his skills. Later, Pete follows Jesse, who goes to investigate Jagger's equipment. Although no evidence is present, she still doesn't believe he could make such a mistake. Pete notices the clips are not metal, and she explains that these are specially made. Smuggler's rig. He takes it as evidence, sending it to a friend for examination. Our team of misfits practice their dive with an inexperienced diver and a rookie. It's a tricky beginning, but eventually, their coordination gets better, and even Pete starts to enjoy himself. The examination produces explosives and other suspicious residue, confirming his suspicions. Ty's team meet a new client, and this time they want up-to-date information on undercover D agents around the world. They agree to carry out the work on July 4th. Taking cover from the diving exhibition. On day 1 of dive days, Pete notices his suspects are around, and of course, a chance encounter sees the rookie bullied by Tulski. Swoop doesn't take this lightly, and after a successful dive, Swoop ridicules Tulski, covering him with his chute, infuriating his opponent. That night, Pete watches his suspects when Ty joins them. Learning that he was a former D agent, Tulski wants revenge and follows Swoop to the bathroom, where they rough him up, not expecting him to be rescued by Pete the Action Man, who gives them a taste of their own medicine. Later, Jesse reveals that the 4th of July jump is unrestricted, and divers could jump in any area, giving Pete an idea of Ty's plan. Meanwhile, Leedy confirms Pete's identity to avoid suspicion by immediately taking him out. They devise a plan to take out their leader Jesse to keep them grounded and interfere with her chute. Pete goes to his boss, presents his evidence, but again, when they check Ty's details, the computer is corrupted. July 4th morning jump. A nervous rookie gets his agitated, and Jesse gives him her chute for inspiration. Unaware of the danger, they dive well, performing their great stunts. But things take a disastrous turn when the rookie is unable to open his chute, and due to lack of experience, he cannot cut away to his reserve. Swoop rushes to save him, but they can't get the second chute out, and he crashes in the water, and thankfully, they do all they can to save him. He is still alive and must be taken to the hospital. Jesse is extremely upset and decides to take drastic measures. Pete returns, but can't find Jesse. He sees Ty's team about to take off, decides to follow them. While other teams are performing, Jesse hides inside Ty's plane before confronting them about Jagger and the rookie. Ty taunts her just enough to get her distracted and wrestles the weapon from her, pushing her towards the door. With no other choices, she jumps out, but she hangs onto the bar, and they don't notice it when they dive out. However, Pete and company sees her, and now, as tables have turned, he jumps out to save her, followed by Swoop and Bobby. When Ty's team get to the D office, it's business as usual, as they discreetly break into the building and going straight to the computers. Pete and the rest also land on the building, and while the third man prepares for departure, he encounters Pete and company and opens fire, hitting Bobby. Then he and Pete get into a rigorous fight, and obviously Pete comes up the winner, and the other is left twisted. Needing help for Bobby, Jesse resorts to using the window ledge and triggers the security system, alerting Ty, and when a security guard goes to check, she is detained and made to radio in that everything's fine. Then she is swiftly ended. Pete sends Tulski, an old friend, getting into a firefight. Jesse runs into the girl, and she feeds the window a bunch of lead. She charges in, and they get into a fight while security calls in backup. Jesse wins, capturing the moment in print. She is immediately captured by Ty, and when packing up leanly takes along an officer's shirt. Tulski spots Swoop on the roof and hastily attacks him, but with teamwork, he and Bobby make a human kite. Pete catches up to leanly and Ty comes in with Jesse. Each needs the other and are foiled when backup arrives. Police spot the getaway truck and he has to flee. Pete and Ty get into a Mexican standoff, culminating into an intense fistfight, until they both eventually crash out the window. Pete is saved by his reserved chute, but Ty ironically crashes into his getaway vehicle. Later, while getting assistance, Pete spots Lily impersonating an officer, but no one pays him attention. Swoop sees this commotion from above somehow, and swoops in to save the day, and the movie ends. Thanks for watching another one of our videos. Check out more on our channel and see you next time.